Hey, I'm back. And I be just checking people out. Oh, look, no, like, subscribe, share it everywhere. Comment, man. Say something sometime. I see some people comment. I thank you. I thank you. And thank you for watching it. If you watch it all the way to the end, maybe there'll be a surprise. I don't know. I'd be surprised in myself. Okay, so check this out. I hear people say this, and it got on my nerves this morning because I was watching a video some dude is doing about something, and he got books and stuff, and references and newspapers and stuff. And so as he reads it, he skips to certain parts, and I see this all the time. They skip to certain parts of sentence. They only want a sentence out of the whole conglomeration, which is cool. I ain't mad at nobody. And then they'll take that sentence and change even that sentence. So, and they'll say, these are primary sources. If these are primary sources, first of all, I don't even agree with no such thing as primary sources. The creator is the primary source. You start using words like primary sources, and I'm wondering what the heck are you doing? Okay, reference materials, fine. They're using reference materials, and then when they use their own reference materials, they say, wait, this is capping right here. See, this is where they capping. This is the hijack. This is the hijack. Well, I'm like, what? What's the rest of that noise they made then? If 20% of this article or 10% of this article is a hijack, then the whole damn article need to be trashed. The whole thing is a hijack, because how we going to know the rest of it ain't hijacking this and that and this and that and the rest of that? It's only to prove your point. You're using these reference materials not for what they actually say, but just to prove your point. Because your point ain't got no proof on its own. I rarely use references. You ever hear me talk about, well, like Dr. Something something said? No, you don't hear me talk about, oh, like it said in the Bible. You don't hear that from me. Why? Because I don't use references. I am the reference. And the creator is the source. When I see something and I tell you, you don't believe me, I'm all right with that. I know what I'm looking at because I ain't tripping. I'm not, I'm going to say it again. Believe half of what you see. I said believe. Believe half of what you see. You hear me? I'm saying believe. Believe half of what you see. And believe none of what you hear. This is the beauty of life. Believe half of what you see and none of what you hear. The rest of it you should know. No belief required. Like a guy was telling me, because he's talking about belief, and I say, yeah, well, I make believe with people because I don't mind. They say that's their belief. I'll go with that. That's their belief, and I'll make believe with them because we making belief like children. I believe this, you believe that. It's all make believe. None of it's real. It's in your head. You know what I mean? It's make believe. But make believe is good exercise for the imagination. You know that's what you're doing, exercising your imagination. Like if you go to the gym and you do exercises at the gym, you know, you're not preparing for war. You're doing exercise and you're exercising your muscles. But when you want to prepare for war, that's what you do. You don't go to no gym to prepare for war. That ain't where preparing for war happens. The same with this thing I'm talking about. So let's see. If you have a reference, let's use the whole reference. Don't change it in the middle. Oh, well, see right here. No, 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 no. We don't go with that one. That one has to be dismissed. You even dismissing parts of it yourself. And you want what? Oh, man. Are people really that dumb? Huh? I don't know. I mean, I heard the guy say, Barnum Bailey, he said, a fool is born every minute or something like that. I forget how it's put. But Barnum and Bailey was known for that. Work the masses, because the masses, you can always draw a healthy amount, hefty amount of numbers out of the masses who are just stupid as fuck. And that's, I mean, well, they're not stupid. I don't want to say stupid. I haven't met them, so I can't say stupid. But I could say they're easily controllable. Let's go with that. Yeah, easily controllable. Because, and nothing wrong with that either. You know, some people need to be controlled. They don't have the facilitation to do this and do that. But they can do other things. Like everybody ain't a rocket scientist, or a lawyer, or Indian chief, and all that stuff. Everybody can't do that. That's good. You can do that. Do it. Man, I love you for it. Do your thing. That's how that goes. So now, when we doing these sources and where your sources, people ask me that, where's your sources? Where's your proof? And all that stuff. And I just go to smiling because I ain't got no proof. I ain't got no sources. I don't need it. You do. You need a crutch to hold you up. I don't need no crutch to hold me up. My word is itself the bond. I don't need nothing to say, well, see, that's what it said over here, and that's my crutch, and that's going to hold me up. And then it said something over here. I got another crutch over here holding me up. I don't need crutches, baby. Do you? You see? You can say a lot of crazy stuff, and you can say a lot of stuff, but if a person is around you who can discuss it with you, they just ask you a few questions, and your stuff, if it's trash, will fall on the floor. We all know that. But if you're just dictating from a pulpit and can't nobody ask you no questions, and you just one way out, one way in, then to me that's dictation, indoctrination, and it has nothing to do with education, learning, or nothing else. You're just entertaining. That's entertainment. That's entertainment. When you go to a show and the singer is the only one singing, they singing and everything, that's entertainment. Pay the man and go home. That's entertainment. I know a lot of these guys, I don't blame them. They're entertainers. I'm not an entertainer. So I don't roll like that. That entertainment role. I guess I'm learning. I don't know. I don't want to even know. I'm just going to do my thing. And my thing says this. If you're going to bring me a reference, and call that reference a source, and then in some cases a primary source, and then as you're reading it, you're capping it itself, no, we need to throw that out, Buster. Now, either we throw it out or we refer to it as what it is. It's a little simple reference, and we're going to try to use it to see what we can glean from it. Not just use it to support your argument. That's why I don't argue with people. I want to support the argument. What are we going to argue about? We're either going to do the damn thing or we not. We don't need to argue. When you argue, guess what? This damn thing ain't getting done. We can debate. Like the brother told me when I was a little youth. We were in class, one of the hoochies. I might have mentioned the hoochie. But the one they call hoochie. He had a thing on his nose. Well, anyway, that's a different story. But the teacher said, what is debate? We in class. What is debate? And he said, debate is the worm we put on the hook. Simple. Just a waste of time. You're on a hook. Ain't no building in that. We're building. No, you're not. Masons build. Carpenters build. You're debating and wasting time on a hook. I could dig it, man. Do your thing. I ain't saying it's wrong or right or nothing like that. I'm just saying what it is, right? And so that got on my nerves. I didn't want to cuss too much because sometimes when I get these kind of things where the guy going to use this as a reference to show me something, and then he's busy cutting the reference in pieces, then I can't use that garment. Let's make a new, fresh garment and work from there. What we going through all these rat-a-tatted, rat-a-tatty stuff, and no, hand-me-downs, and that shit don't fit me. Does it fit? It don't. Come on, man. Quit playing. One love.